Behind the Lyrics with Diamante and Tim.
Hi, my name is Tim, and this is, of course, Behind the Lyrics. You are listening to the sound of my gorgeous voice over the series of tubes and pipes that I like to call the internet. Isn't that right, Diamante?
Such a show-off.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hi, music lovers. This is Diamante, and thanks, as always, for joining us here on Behind the Lyrics. This is episode 3, and today we're going to pleasure you with some awesome interview with entrepreneurs from Denmark, and also some usual stuff, right, Tim?
Yep, song of the week, album of the week, and of course, Copenhagen news!
Yeah, this is going to be awesome. It's going to be bigger news than the last episode, so what's wrong? What's wrong?
You didn't say hi to me.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Hi, Tim.
Hi, Diamante. So, what do you want to talk about before we get started? Ladies' choice.
You know what we should talk about?
Porn.
No, not this episode, okay? Let's leave it to
porn.
Later
Episode
on.
7, porn. Tune in, you horny guys out there. So, what did you want to talk about?
You're crazy.
What did you want to talk about?
Okay, actually I wanted to thank to all the amazing people who reached out to us, who shared, liked, and commented after we released our podcast. So thank you so much, people. You are amazing. If you are that person, thank you so much. Did I say thank you?
Yeah, lots of time.
Thank you.
You know we should name our mic? Is Wayne.
Wayne?
Yeah, Wayne.
Wow, that's such an interesting
And if
thought.
you can
I
figure out
wonder
why we called it Wayne, then get in touch next episode. Yeah?
Wow,
But
you
yeah, I
have to keep them wanting.
I was truly shocked by how many people actually liked us on Twitter and liked our Facebook page. You guys are awesome. You are great people. I tip my hat to you, my friend.
Yeah,
if I was wearing a hat right now and not my boxer
shorts. You are
shorts.
amazing. And if you are a fan of the show or the blog, you need to get in touch with us. We would love to share your comments on the show.
Yeah, so if you have any questions or would just like to comment on a show or a blog post that we've written, then get in touch with us and we'll get you on the show for sure. If you want to tell us about your favorite band, local or international, also get in touch.
Yeah, maybe we'll get in touch with them
and
get
you can
an
introduce
interview.
us to some new music. Open our eyes and our ears to some amazing new music that we might not have heard. I'm talking to you, Albania.
Why Albania?
I don't know. That's the first thing I thought
Random.
of. Yeah. So what's your week been like so far, Diamante?
Not too bad. Back to work. But it's really hard, you know.
After Devilstone Festival?
For sure.
Yeah.
But we have some other festivals lined up, so that's good.
Yeah, so we'll be attending Yaga Gathering, Galapage Festival this summer, so stay tuned from interviews from all the bands, DJs, fans, random people, stoners that we interview, so yeah, look out for that in future episodes. I didn't know Lithuania actually had so many festivals.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty good country to visit if you are a fan of festivals. But maybe enough of chit-chat.
Yeah, let's get into this week's show. Okay, so I would like to open your eyes to an amazing and beautiful new world, people. Let me first start by explaining where this journey I'm about to take you on began. So, basically, we managed to get an interview with entrepreneurs, and halfway through the interview, this drunk Polish dude shows up and goes, "Yo man, where's the volleyball?" So that's like the only thing I can remember from this interview is the drunk, crazy Polish guy who said, "Where's the volleyball?"
Yeah.
So let's take a listen to him asking, "Where's the volleyball?"
Willis. Excuse me, do you know where to find the ball for the volleyball? No. What is that? Willis. Excuse me, do you know where to find the ball for the volleyball? No. What is that?
So that was crazy Polish volleyball man. What do you think of him?
He sticked around too long. Far too long.
But he was a legend. He lives now only in song.
And he didn't even understand we are actually interviewing a band. He was like, are you famous or something?
So now he lives on in song and on this podcast for life. He'll be, when aliens discover this podcast, they're going to be like, the volleyball man.
He actually lives in the lyrics of one song because they mentioned him while they were playing live.
Yeah. Wow.
So, long live
The
volleyball man.
Okay, so how we actually got introduced to the entrepreneurs is Diamante found them. So tell us how we found them. I don't remember how we found them. So you tell me how we found them.
We actually just looked at the lineup, and that's it. And I
so simple. Like, you're supposed to make it sound like we researched for years and like discovered this.
Wow, seriously, we just looked at the lineup like a week ago, and we texted them on Facebook, and we...
Bob's your auntie and Fanny's your aunt, and that's how we got the interview.
Yeah.
But I don't know, I really like the sound of them. They were like one of the coolest sounding bands for me, and I listened to their album the whole week leading up to it, so did you.
The lead singer voice is really, really amazing. It's so different, unique. Yeah, for sure, that's the word. So yeah, we pretty much got in touch with them really, really fast and really easy.
Yeah. And they were up to talk to us, and we did it.
They were actually the biggest band for us to talk to in that festival, and also the only one.
Ooh, here's a good one. This is called back announcing. In the last podcast, we interviewed fans, and most of the fans that we interviewed said the Entrepreneurs were one of their favorite bands. So don't trust us, trust the fans. The fans also said that they were a really good band to hear.
Yeah.
How was that? That was pretty professional, yeah? That was called back announcing. Booyah. Okay, so how would you sum up the Entrepreneurs?
In 2 words. It's noise and romance. And I would say they are brutal, because their best song is Brutal Summer.
Oh my god. That's the worst way to describe a song ever.
Okay.
But they should listen to Brutal Summer, right? That's like their best hit.
It is, yeah. But not only that.
Okay, so how would you describe them?
Okay, so the better description is their music is noisy homage to the complicated existence of love.
That's pretty deep, but I know that you got that from somewhere.
Yeah, I actually got it from their SoundCloud profile, so you should check it.
Yeah, all the songs are on their SoundCloud account. I think all the songs are there. I think there's 4 or 5 of them at least. So should check out the SoundCloud account, my friends.
Yeah, you should find more on Spotify maybe.
So, Demante has done some research on the band, so she's going to tell us a little bit more about them.
So they've been active only for a year and are blowing up in their native Denmark. They have been labeled as one of the most up-and-coming and promising bands in Denmark. How about that?
That's pretty good. The debut record is called Tony Rominger and was released this April. It sounds amazing. It's enchanting, energetic, a little bit romantic. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain how this album is or how it sounds, so I really encourage you to go check it out.
We'll leave links in the podcast show notes.
Yep. So the band is made up of Matthias, who's on lead vocals and guitar.
And Anders,
who's on backing vocals and also guitar. And then Jonas plays the drums.
Yeah.
And he plays the drums like a machine, people, so check him out. He's awesome.
Yeah, he's really good.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know, he's one of the coolest drummers I've ever seen live.
So our favorite songs are, we mentioned Brutal Summer, but actually we both like the other one, which is actually called It Strikes Again Love.
Yeah, that's one of our favorites. Also like Unable to Stop.
Oh,
the
yeah,
drumming
that's
is fantastic.
It's very, very like fast.
Fast and upbeat and makes me want to punch an elephant or something.
Yeah, it's really good.
Ombre was really good. I really like that from the album. I don't know, in all honesty, all songs sound really good.
When you listen to it for a week, you will fall in love.
Okay, so let's do the interview. Yeah, this is part 1 of our interview with Entrepreneurs. Let's see what they have to say. Cue the jingle.
Why Entrepreneurs?
Matthias and I, we started the band, and we actually we came up with the name before we started the band.
Oh.
So we had the name, and we thought that's a pretty cool band. And we were in another band at that time, but we just talked about wouldn't it be cool to have a band called the Entrepreneurs?
So it's kind of on the side all the time, and then you in the pocket just in case.
Yeah, exactly. And then we started writing some tunes and one thing led to another. And then we had
here have a conversation.
Exactly. No, so that's why we just thought it was a cool name, because it's difficult to find a good band name.
Yeah, true.
So everyone knows it's pretty cool to be in a band, right? So what's the hardest thing about being in a band?
Hardest thing?
I think you go around like...
Free drinks is, I don't know if it's hard, but it's just really nice to have.
Nice. The next day it gets you, right?
Yeah, it does. But like free drinks and free food is always good.
The food is very good.
Yeah, you really enjoy
I really
the free
enjoy
food.
the food.
Yeah. I would enjoy it too.
Food's always good.
Yeah. Sometimes it's very good, and sometimes it's not so good, but
It's not bad.
It's okay, yeah. But I think it's also a very nice way to see the world, in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, we've never been to Lithuania before. So
What's the furthest place you've been?
with a band?
Yeah,
we've been to Albania, actually.
Kidding me?
Yeah, a long time ago, though, in another band, but it was...
that's freaking mental. So music took you to there.
Yeah, I mean, you never go there, if you know.
Yeah, you never go there like, oh, let's go to Albania.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's the same thing here, but yeah, unfortunately, we're only here for like 20 hours or something.
But who knows, you might come back. So, yeah.
We hope so.
Yeah.
Well, that would be fun. So far, it's been fun.
Yeah.
And you'll see the best places like the beach, the forest.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Here's another classic question. Maybe you've never been asked it. So, do your moms listen to your music?
My mom actually do.
Yeah?
She, in the beginning, she was, I hate it.
Yeah.
It's too much noise. It's awful.
Was that in the practice stage?
No, they came out to see us play. And then afterwards, I don't know if they heard us in the radio or heard someone else.
How cool is that your parents heard it?
Yeah, and then...
Wow.
And then she was, okay, it's very nice. I like the song Brutal Summer and Umbre and okay. And I heard it before. So my mom hears the music, yeah.
I think it's the same with my dad. I think he's happy that we have some kind of success.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been in other bands where we didn't have.
Yeah.
So finally he has something to say, like, okay, he is actually doing
amazing,
something that makes sense.
You made it.
And then also he's hearing impaired, so he has a hearing aid.
That's awesome.
And it's a very good thing when you hear our music because it's very loud. So it kind of
It's very
turns
pleasing,
off and you can listen to it like, I think he likes it.
Yeah. That's awesome, though. That's good.
So that was part one. They really are one of the most down-to-earth and chilled-out guys we have ever met.
They were really cool. I don't know, they were just a really cool band. I really liked them. And they were hands down one of the most well-dressed, but I mentioned that earlier. So the award of best dressed band goes to Entrepreneurs for sure.
Yeah.
I really like their Instagram page. So if you guys are Instagram lovers, please find them on Instagram. They're pretty active on there and they put some pretty cool pictures on. So check it out for sure.
It's always nice to talk to bands, especially when they are so friendly like them.
Yeah, they made it really easy to do an interview.
I think that they were the best gig that we saw in Devilstone.
That's for sure. The crowd really was going crazy.
Yeah.
It had a good way of like sucking the crowd in, so...
We didn't check the metal stage, so we can't be like really...
Yeah, but metal and the other stage are two different things.
For sure. But from what we saw, it was the best one.
Yeah, and Anders, he was totally killing it on stage. He seems like such a relaxed and chilled out kind of guy, but then when he gets on stage, he becomes this like cool cat and like goes totally nuts. I think there's a video on Demonte's Instagram page of him going crazy.
Yeah,
so,
for sure. And Matthias as well. Like,
Yeah.
you could never tell. During the interview, he was totally like...
quiet and quite
Yeah.
a chilled out guy, and then he gets on stage and he's like a machine.
roaring.
Yeah, so it was amazing. So let's do this week's song and album of the week.
Excellent album. Excellent song. Excellent.
Okay, so for those who don't know, this part of the show is where Demonte and I tell you what song, album is blowing our mind this week. It could be new, it could be old, but this week's album is totally killing it for me. I found it by chance on Spotify, and the band is called Bleached, and the album is called Welcome the Worms. And I gave it to Demonte, and she hasn't stopped listening to
It's
it
a
either.
crazy name to name the album, right?
What?
Like,
Welcome the Worms?
yeah, exactly. Like,
Yeah.
it's really crazy. It's like waiting for the rain. Welcome the worms out of the ground. But, like, why do you like it so much?
It's like hardcore punk /
Girls.
I like girl bands. I like bands that have 3 people in it. Although they have 4, but it's 3 girls. So I don't
pretty
know.
much
I haven't
for
heard
you,
a punk.
girls only
I haven't
people.
heard a punk album like this in a long time. It kind of sounds like No Doubt back in the day. A little bit of Green Day thrown in there, but they have their own sound. So please go check it out. My favorite song from the album is called Sour Candy.
And mine is Sleepwalking. And you have to actually figure out the meaning of the song, yeah, for sure. And maybe tweet it.
Yeah, and tell us what you think of it. If you do listen to the album, tell us what your thoughts are, and we'll share it on the next episode. And I think they're about to start a European tour, so we should try to get out there if we can.
Would be great.
It would be great.
Okay, so let's get back to part 2 where we interview the entrepreneurs. So, which song was it that you felt like you totally made it? Which song was like that you personally you played it or you heard on the radio, and then you are like, yeah, that's it. We are good.
Well, I think not in terms of the whole commercial part of it, but just in terms of when we were in the rehearsal space and we played a song like "It Strikes Again, Love," kind of set forth the whole what we were going to do,
and
and
kind of snowballed it.
Yeah, it was. We kind of hit the right sound by that song.
Yeah.
So because our biggest hit so far has been the song "Brutal Summer," and it's also been part of the whole progress, but in a sense it started with that one song.
I love it how like music actually can transcend like different countries and things. Cause, like we were couch surfing in Stockholm, and then she told us about this band. You got to listen to this band, and it's just weird how like it just like gets different countries and reaches people not through like social media or anything, but just through word of mouth. It's awesome. So what's the most weirdest fan story you have? Do you have one yet? Like I don't know, fan.
Somebody came to you and told you the craziest story, or like
someone slapped a dildo on your face or something.
never tried. We're still waiting on that one. Probably gonna happen.
I'm excited.
Maybe it will happen here.
I don't know what our craziest fan thing is. No, I don't know.
Hard one, yeah, it's quite a hard one.
Yeah, it is.
I just finished reading Bono's autobiography, Devilstone, also read it, and he says in there that he doesn't like bands that are happy with the distance between the crowd and themselves. Do you guys like that kind of distance between the fans, or do you like to...
We really embrace it. Yeah. I mean, when we play, we really... What our goal is to have a concert with the audience, not for the audience.
Yeah. I think that's the...
So we enjoy, like the physical distance has some benefits in terms of if there's a lot of people, it's nice to have some kind of border between them and us. But it's nice to feel almost that they're on stage.
Yeah. One of the last questions, and we got to ask engineer, right? Sound engineer, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What's the like the most irritating thing about being a sound engineer with these guys? Like a little bit higher.
Be honest, man.
Be
honest.
Yeah.
You have to be honest.
Can you say that?
You're not allowed to.
There's nothing.
I actually have no complaints about this band.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think we get along from. I actually think that we get along on a personal level and in sound aesthetics and music and we have a great time.
Try to do it as easy as possible for you to work.
We never had like an argument.
But we do have shitty gear though. I mean, that might be a problem.
Yeah, sometimes you have shitty gear, but we can work with that. Because
do you guys get irritated with sound checking and how long it takes?
Yeah.
We cheers does sometimes.
Yeah. I hate long sound checks. I really do, but yeah.
When you get it right, it's good, right? So
10 minutes is
perfect.
It's enough time.
But an hour or two is too much.
Not happening. Sweet. I think that's it, man.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time, guys. You guys have been epic.
Really
I hope it
cool.
wasn't too long. Sorry about that.
So that was Entrepreneurs, and it was like the best interview we had apart from the two dudes, Polish dudes
showing up. I especially like the Polish dude who was like, "Hey, I have a Foo Fighters tattoo.
And you have a shirt.
You have a Foo Fighters shirt.
Yeah, I do.
I have it too.
Your shirt was pretty cool. Broken Leg Tour, you were there.
Yeah,
Dave Grohl, baby.
That's the best shirt that I got as a present from Tim.
Yeah.
And I love it because it has like a picture of broken leg of Dave Grohl on the front. So it's really
So
cool.
that's festival life. You can't help it when people show up. We did the interview on the bank of the river.
You can't really plan
people
it.
were partying around us. It was good. So yeah. Oh wait, our in-studio research staff has just told us that the song "Brutal Summer" was just chosen as the backing song to Devilstone's After the Movie trailer.
Woohoo!
Woo! So good on them.
Yeah.
So it shows how good. I wonder why they didn't go with a metal song like because that would have been an awesome video.
Maybe they did in another video.
I don't know, doubt it. But anyway, we'll put links to that in this week's show notes, yeah?
Yeah, for
Will
sure.
you? Daymonte does a show note, so you have to ask nicely. We should put the links.
Please do it.
Okay, so do you have any music news this week?
Oh yeah, I do.
Cue the jingle.
Cue the jingle. Kajanga news. Kajanga news.
Okay, so this section, Daymonte scours the internet, the newspapers, smoke signals, and tells us
Pretty much music websites.
Yeah,
Boom.
it tells us some music news that she found interesting and wants to share with the world. So, and me. Okay,
Yeah, so Tim is hearing it for the first time as well. So the first news comes from Spotify. They are going to release a radar while battling with Apple Music. It will compile all the best new releases from artists that you already love and listen to regularly. Isn't that cool? It's pretty much, I think, similar to Discover Weekly, but it's going to be like about the artists that you already liked.
So isn't that kind of like Last FM?
Not really. No, Last FM doesn't have that kind of option. I don't think so. Like, maybe they do have now, but I haven't like researched them recently.
That's pretty cool because I'm a huge Spotify listener. I haven't made the jump to Apple. I have an iPhone, but I haven't made the jump to Apple yet.
So I think it's really cool when you like an artist and you get like a notification straight away when they release something new.
Yeah.
So you get to know about it.
Well, that's good to know. Okay, what's the next news?
The next news comes from Grimes, who likes like electronic music, pop electronic. She is planning to become a UFC fighter.
What? Like Ultimate Fighting Champion?
Yeah, championship. Yeah.
No way.
She's actually really, really like serious about it. She talked about it on the radio, and right now she has to finish her tour while touring for the album Archangels.
Yeah.
But when she is finished with that, she's being dead serious about it, and she mentioned on the radio that she's going to spend next 2 years doing that.
You're kidding me. I like how she wants to finish the tour and the album before she gets the shit beaten out of her.
Yeah, but hey, she's cool. She's cool.
I don't even know what she looks like. Is she big? Small?
She's normal, but she's like skinny
So,
girl. Yeah, but I think she's
you
doing
should go
great.
into Ultimate Fighting Championship because you fucking murder anybody.
I'm going to stab everyone.
Yeah, because Demante is like super thin, so if she had to punch someone, she'd stab them with her little needle arms. I tell that joke to everybody I meet.
Yeah,
Especially
Tim
Wayne.
mentions this all the time.
Okay, and you have one last bit of news?
Yeah, and this is actually goes for you, because in one of the interviews, Blink-182 has revealed the story of the changing the member in the band.
Yeah.
So they said that Tom DeLonge was postponing the recording. They were planning to do it like for half a year or so, like even maybe longer. And they were postponing and postponing and postponing. And then they just got an email from Tom's manager saying that he's not interested anymore.
And Matt Skiba is joining the band.
Yeah, and he did it perfectly. It was perfect fit.
And now California is #1 in the UK charts. Get in there, you little beauty.
Yeah.
Yes, please. So yeah, that's music news. Good job. Thanks.
Thank
I
you,
knew
Tim.
2 of the 3. I mean, I knew 1 of the 3.
Which one?
The Blink news. Obviously, I knew that. I'm a fan.
Yeah, for sure. Was it released like recently or really?
Yeah, I followed I knew the whole drama. It's like Days of Our Lives.
Okay.
Yeah.
Football drama? Like that?
Yeah, kind of like that.
Okay.
I'm a huge football fan, FYI, people.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't say bad things about football.
Okay, so that's all we have time for this week. We really hope you enjoyed the show. Where can people find us, Demante?
Oh, everywhere. Pretty much every social media
Name
known.
them.
Okay, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, of course. Facebook, most importantly. And the name is the same, Behind the Lyrics, B, but without the E.
Yeah, that's it. Good job. Okay, so we're hoping to, in future episodes, that we'll be able to play some music from some cool bands that no one knows. But we're not too sure what the legal side of it is, so Dement is working hard in the background to try and get that out. And I think you have clearance for some music, right?
Yeah, I do. But I'm not going to mention the band because we have to get the confirmation from them.
Cool. So in future episodes, look out for some music. If you are a band and you want us to play your music, please get in touch with us and we would be happy to play your music as long as it's good music.
Also, people of the internet, let us know what you thought of the interview we did and of the entrepreneur's music.
Yeah, and all comments, shares, and likes are very much welcome. So next episode, we'll be taking our adventures to Yaga Gathering. It's a festival that takes place in the Varėna district, is that right?
Varėna? Yeah.
In Lithuania. So good times, good people, I hope. Look out for next episode.
And the biggest thanks to the entrepreneurs for sitting down with us.
Yeah. And until next week, I will see you all later.
See ya!
Bye, Damon.
Bye!